Sheldon's Hobbies in San Jose. We meet upbeat Amazon pricing on there. They do have a drift track inside the store and a rock crawling course as well. So just going to see what new arrivals they've got in this week. Now, besides carrying a huge range of spares, they also offer a full RC repair service, including drones. And moving on inside, they've got a new area set up for slot cars on there. I believe they're going to get a slot car track in soon. But more to the point, swinging around here, we've got the rock crawling course. Now this varies from time to time, and a lot of the guys that come in here amend the course from week to week on here. But as I say, it does change weekly, if not monthly, on there. Now there's one car in particular that's caught my eye, but we'll get to that in just a minute. First of all, we've got a couple of new scale trailers here from Cross RC, where you build them up in a kit on there, which I believe are quite popular, and these new 1/24 scale trucks from MSA, Mini Scale Adventures, Coyote Pup, and the Subaru Brat. And that's what the scale trailers from Cross RC look like when they're built up. But let's move on down. That's the one that's caught my eye on here today, is the Axial SCX10 Ford F-100 1955 model, no less. It's based on the proven Axial SCX10 platform, but yours truly is a huge fan of old pickup trucks, and this is why this one in particular caught my eye. Anyway, let's get it down on the bench for a closer look. Well, scale details include a front grille with chrome-coated plastic radiator, front-mounted driving lights with LEDs installed. There are also mounting positions built in for headlights and turn signal markers. And just check out that neat little scale Axial sticker on the door, which caught my eye as well. Well, the car features metal twin C-channel frame rails, metal gear transmission, AR44 axles, bearings all round, and checking out the back of the truck, we've got this nice little metal effect rear tray on there, full roll cage, which looks designed to put up with a bit of abuse should things go badly wrong, out on the trail for you. Now, the wheels and the tyres. The car has officially licensed Maxxis Trapador tyres and Method whole wheels, which look to provide some serious grip. Zooming in there so you can see the tread in a little more detail. Well, making my way around the outside of the truck, we've got very neat little scale features like the side step on there, which is super scale. And I have to say, I absolutely love the front end of this car. And whilst we have two LEDs pre-installed in there, the headlight buckets are ready to accept LEDs and turn signals. Well, turn the truck around so we can get a better look at the back end of this thing. The camera in there, and just check out the rear of the car from below, where you can see the rugged AR44 axles in a little more detail. Anyway, time to get that body off. Well, speaking of getting that body off, the first thing you notice is there are no body pins on the top of the car. That's because they're neatly hidden away underneath here, one at either side, and there's just the two of them to remove. So I'm going to do that and then show you this body's party trick. And we'll come back and have a look at the underside of the truck in a minute, but now to show you its party trick, which is, drum roll, body that pivots up from the front. Just showing you the inside. And you will note that full cage isn't just for show, it extends down inside of the truck to take the shot. And there you'll see the inside of the light and indicator buckets that I mentioned earlier. Well, starting at the back, you will notice the metal twin C-channel frame rails, XT90 battery connector on there, and that battery tray, it does look minuscule as though it's only going to take a very narrow LiPo on there. And you will note the wires running down to our front LED headlights on there. And starting at the front and moving on back, we have our servo on the right hand side there, mounted smack over the top of the front axle for good weight distribution, as is the battery tray. And let's move around to get you a better view of exactly the weight distribution I'm talking about there. Steering servos that bang over the front, as I say, fully adjustable, threaded shocks all round, front and rear. Just plastic at this price point, a fairly easy upgrade to metal ones. Now a receiver box on the right hand side there, looks to be waterproof as opposed to a waterproof receiver. Our Dynamite ESC there. And on this car it will take either a 2S or a 3S LiPo, so as much power as you want in there. Now to add to the realism, that rear bed on the car is actually made up of 4 pieces as opposed to 1 on there to add to the scale realism of it. You've got crud guards on the side with that scale step next to them. Anyway, time to check out the underside of the chassis, where you can see the AR44 axles there. Also note the servo position, to say, bang smack over the front wheels for maximum weight distribution. Moving on down. So we've got a relatively smooth cover over there, over the centre diff and gearbox on there, so nothing's going to catch on that in a hurry, although I do note the 2 notched side steps there. Well, moving back up to the front, you will also note that metal effect skid plate on the front there. Quite a neat little feature, adding to the realism again. Time for a quick suspension test, so let's lift that front wheel until the rear comes clear, and we've got about 3.5 inches of travel on there. It's quite well sprung as opposed to well damped, so that is something you might want to consider playing around with to your own personal tastes. Anyway, checking it out, the rear suspension travel, lift that rear until the front just begins to lift. Probably coming up on 4.5 inches of travel on the rear of the Axial SCX10 too. Anyway, I hope you can see why the Axial SCX10 Ford F-100 pickup caught my eye. It is down stock here in Sheldon's Hobbies in San Jose. Let's have a quick spin around the store, which is fairly large to say the very least. We've got a wide range of Verizon hobby cars, all the Armour cars. They also stock a lot of Traxxas cars on here. I'm going to cover the store in a little more detail on another day, but suffice to say they also carry thousands and thousands of spares in here. So that is definitely something to consider. Oh, they've got the Armour Limitless and Infraction in stock there. And as I say, while they stock Armour, they also stock a large range of Traxxas cars as well. They've also got quite a large range of both helicopters and drones. And they do full service repair on the drones as well, which is something to consider if you're in the area. They're a huge range of things like the FPV Fat Shark headsets, which are an approved distributor forwards. They also carry a wide range of aircraft, both used ones and new ones as well. And typically they also have a few used cars in as well. Anyway, moving on back, let's take a quick peek at the drift track at the back of the store, because I have heard somebody sliding around there. Anyway, thanks for watching, as I'm going to come back and cover this store in a lot more detail on another day. Particularly like to take some close-up photos of the drift cars. Well, thumbs up if you like this video, guys. Post any comments you might have in the comment section below the video, and hit the circle below to subscribe. And if you do hit the circle, don't forget to hit the bell. Just remember, guys, if you like what you see today, don't forget to subscribe.